Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Important. My fear for T1 in this competition, I think on paper you just removed the right side of your screen and you look at only a T1 strap. Fantastic grab, great scaling, ornament's going to be fantastic. You have front to back.
Decent searing charge, but Arctic Assault gets Peanut out of there, but now won't have that Q available. That will be the Drake going over to T1. First Mountain collected here for a composition with 2 tanks. That is scary as Needlework has come out here. Doran fighting against the Cassante and will be able to stay alive with that extra healing. His way in from the south. As they do get the ward over, Faker will be able to move first here from mid. So let's see what Delight can actually get done here. Chain not quite going to connect, but there is the ram. It's going to get called, gets a knockup only on to Delight right now, but as Ona goes down so incredibly low, Super Mega Death Rocket coming in, Dawning Shadow to try and keep them alive, and Doran is just dashing around with reckless abandon. The Drake goes to Hanwha life, and they manage to pick up Zeus. Emperor's Divide used just to get them the heck out of there. As off, what are you doing, mate? Does move his way in, but Ona able to get himself out of there, and will be just fine. Peanut gonna stop him one more time, as this is getting a little bit rough now. Zeka moving on over. There's the ulti. It does come on through. They dive on in. Emperor's Divide going to be avoided here by the Yone. But in comes Gumayushi. Over the wall goes Peanut, but he's once again met with another T1 member, and they are routed where they stand.
I mean, this is a huge overcommitment there.
And they're back up on the play. They are now looking for this Herald, though. T1 are moving to try and follow up. Zeka does have TP.
Yeah, Doran has made it in. There is the teleport for the Yone. Zeus off on an angle, has a Mega Blast Cone to get himself into that front line exactly where he wants to be. Death Sentence goes wide, and now Doran into the mist, has been a bit immune, but Gumayushi, he's not. The Yone dives on top of him. Super Mega Death Rocket, it is yet another fight. Started off with a Jinx getting excited as Ona not able to get his own reset. Great hook, but it's onto Zeus. That's not a priority target. That movement speed for Viper is now wearing off. Oh, that Q. But it's a great catch from Delight. And Peanut's going to lock down that kill. Now Gumayushi running for the hills. Great cleanse. But it's not going to dodge a rocket. That is going to go into the back of his head. And T1 once again going to lose out on the fight. Good flash from Faker. But these death sentences are just magnetic.
Delight's Thresh has been so good in playoffs. And you look at this situation here for T1, and yeah,
once again, this time Peanut having an even better performance than what we saw in game number 1. I feel like he's much more present, maybe too present if we're going to include that play previously. But it's definitely better to go that direction than it is the direction of passivity, I think especially. Getting a teleport, big news.
Yeah, ends up being pretty favorable. The fact that the Herald was being top and you don't even immediately get the tower, you know, Zeus doing a good job of dealing with the pressure there. You do see them moving over to capitalize, so now with this pressure on the top of the jungle,
yeah, Gumayushi actually sticking around for a little bit longer than he needs to as the Permafrost and Super Mega Death Rocket to give the kill to Viper.
So that's a play you make if you have Cleanse, and perhaps a Thresh on your team to lantern you out, but the Cleanse was a few seconds away, and you don't have the safety net to get you out of that situation.
Oh, and they're just pushing Carrier out as well here. Viper is already so big.
This is a wild attempt, but it's going down fast.
Yeah. The control ward in the back of the pit is going to be taken down, but it does give Hanwha Life Esports full information. Hook now going to come on through. Flame Chompers go down. They do manage to secure the Baron, but can they find the fight as they split the Red Sea? As in goes the Yone, finds absolutely no one. Double knock-up from Carrier is fantastic, and they're on top of Viper in an instant. Double kill for Faker, and this is on top of the Baron they've already taken. Hanwha Life Esports just caught napping.
And this is how you know. I mean, Faker ends up picking up like Doran. He's not there. And T1 make these calls all the time. It's a trademark T1 moment. 20-minute Baron, set up for it.
Now move over, even out the dragon count as well. The kill count actually just evened out there by T1, but I feel like it is so much more. The amount that they're going to be able to pick up off the back of this.
Not really able to engage or flank with no vision, no teleport wards for Zeka.
Yeah, they do have the teleport, so there's at least that. He can teleport onto the ward or something like that. They get a nice knock-up onto Doran, but he's just barely inside the mist. They do get the Glacial Prisoner's Carrier. They have stepped too far forward. That is a lot of CC, but he just baited them in. And then the Ram comes down. Viper trying to dodge, but he's going to get thrown back into the waiting arms of T1. It's more kills for the god of the mid lane, and T1, they're looking to take more.
Just feels like Hanwha Life Esports aren't prepared. T1 firing on all cylinders. They're the ones setting the pace of the game. Where is Zeka in that fight? They're just not present. It feels like they've kind of after game 2 just fallen out of control, and T1, they are driving the pace of this game, driving the pace of the series, and looking to end here and now.
Yeah, and frankly, after the beginning of game 1, is Zeka here not going to get anything done with this.
Yeah, Doran, he's inside his mist, and he will be able to at least protect this Nexus turret for now. 23 minutes into the game, so it is pretty difficult to push Nexus turrets.
You look at that
top. The fact he hit 2 hooks onto Faker in that passage of play, and neither of them was the signal to go, just shows how rough the state of the game is for them now.
And how powerful Baron is into a composition like Dragon.
As Hanwha Life Esports, they definitely need to be towards that Baron, like you were talking about, Wolf. That is exactly where they are. Drake is going to be secured. That is going to be sold. Zeka taking down this Drake, so that's going to even things out as far as Dragons are concerned. If he stays on it, does have teleport, can join this fight at a moment's notice as T1, they have got this Baron down extraordinarily low. I think it's actually going to be taken this time. Never mind. They are going to turn the big teleport as Emperor's Divide going to be flashed out of the ulti, avoided once again as Zeka also gets himself out of trouble. Doran going golden, but he is so incredibly low and will be taken out. The hook comes in and there is another Ram to come down. Peanut flashing away, and this time the steering charge is not going to do it. But the light is not going to be so lucky. The double knockup is gigantic from Zeka, who once again drifts away from the fight. But Hanwha Life Esports have lost too much, and T1 have lost no one.
They lost no one, no kill for Viper, no reset to come through. And it was so close there. The angle for Zeka, he had it, but he whiffs it. Faker mistimes the ultimate, but Zeka's not able to follow up with anything there. And it's not a trade. We've seen so many of the trades go Hanwha Life's way. It's 1-for-1. Viper lives.
Oh, Peanut possibly engaged on here as Jonas Strong is giving us the full zoom. That is massive. The snare is Zeka going to be taken out at the same time as the Baron. Gumayushi with the fancy moves, and T1 are going to march up the mid lane.
And now without the Yone, who has been that threat on the back line, every time we've seen Guma in trouble, it's usually been Zeka, the one providing the threat. Hanwha Life Esports in a much worse position to try and fight this off. I think they just have to give up the mid inhib, but their top inhib is open, so this could just be double inhib for T1 before Zeka's even back up.
Whoa, Doran not immune. I can confirm, taking a lot of damage here from Faker with that Leandri's anguish. And T1 gonna take their first Nexus turret. That was dead in a blink of an eye.
One cannon minion here.
Position, yeah.
Still allowing them to continue to put the pressure on. They can take out this inhibitor here in top side. 2 inhibs down, waiting for that next wave. Hanwha Life, 7 seconds for Zeka, but how much of an impact will his ult really make? It hasn't been his day here. It hasn't been his game.
Yeah, there's the Ram once again. It is the ulti from Peanut, but not able to interrupt the call of the Forge God. Now Doran doing a lot of work with his scissors as Peanut able to get back, but that's not a reset for Viper. Just barely not able to get it done, and the Yone falls down. It's Owner that locks that one up, and now it's his turn to pop up in the fight. Faker finds a triple just immediately, and T1 moved to match point.
What a great